Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I have some breaking news coming out here for you, and I want to bring another update regarding yesterday's supposed attack on Iran coming from Israel. Okay, so there was lots of weird stuff happening yesterday. If you didn't see my video, I reported lots of events happening inside of Iran. Supposedly, there was like 7 different cities that were targeted by Israel in missile and drone attacks. But then immediately, maybe 30 minutes to an hour after the altercation began, we started getting reports that Iran was saying things like, no, we were not under attack. There was just some drones. There was lots of information coming out that was kind of conflicting. Okay, some Iranian officials were saying there was nothing happening at all. Some were saying they were attack drones. Some were saying it was just quadcopter drones, which I'm going to show you that in just a little bit, which absolutely is insane to even think about, but maybe it did happen. I don't know. But I also showed some footage that apparently their air defense in Iran was taking down some missiles, but it was strange as well because now that I think about it in the video, there was just flashes of light in the sky. There wasn't actually it didn't look like there was missiles. Like you didn't see any trails behind the missiles or anything like that. Very strange what we saw. And we basically got a silence from both ends, a silence from Israel, silence from Iran, and everybody just kind of downplayed it, at least when it comes to Iran. Israel didn't say anything. And then it was kind of just over. And it went from like, oh, there's explosions in Iran to nothing really happened. And yeah, I've got several things to show you. But definitely Iran, if they were under attack, they were for sure downplaying this big time to either, de-escalate things, and maybe they really didn't want to attack back at Israel, and maybe they were just allowing this to happen, or maybe it didn't happen at all. Who knows? But very, very strange what we saw yesterday. I was not expecting that. I was actually expecting Iran to come out and be like, yep, we're under attack, because they even closed their airspace down. They told all the people at the main airports to leave, that they were canceling all flights. But then just like 2 hours later, everything was open back up and, back in business. So very, very weird what we saw yesterday. So I want to talk some more about this. Here's an article on Reuters. It says Tehran plays down reported Israeli attack, signals no retaliation. So as far as we know, they're not even planning to retaliate or anything. Even if they were under attack, they claim that they were attacked at the minimum by quadcopter drones. And if you don't know what that is, I'll show you a picture of one in just a moment when we go over some X-posts, okay? So it says here, explosions echoed over an Iranian city on Friday in what sources described as an Israeli attack. But Tehran played down the incident and indicated that it had no plans for retaliation. A response that appeared gauged towards averting region-wide war. The limited scale of the attack and Iran's muted response appeared to signal a successful effort by diplomats who have been working to avert all-out war since Iranian drone and missile attack in Israel on last Saturday. So something that I want to mention here is there was a couple things that were happening on X, that information that was coming out prior to this attack. We heard things like that Israel was talking with the U.S. and saying that, hey, we were just going to launch a limited strike, that it would be something that would not escalate the conflict, but it would send a message. Okay, and that's exactly what we saw yesterday. We did see that, but then we also received some unconfirmed reports that behind the scenes they were talking about, or the U.S. was telling Iran basically to allow a significant strike on their territory, to kind of call it an end of the day. Basically, just let us strike the territory. It will be limited. It won't be anything major. Your nuclear facilities will not be attacked. Nothing like that. Your airfields will not be attacked. And that we kind of saw that too, in a way. We saw like a limited strike that was just the strangest thing I've ever seen. And with the way Israel was talking, I was expecting them to do something massive. And this was not something massive. It was actually very, very small response. Iranian media and officials described a small number of explosions, which they said resulted from air defenses hitting 3 drones over the city of Isfahan in central Iran. Notably, they referred to the incident as an attack by infiltrators rather than by Israel. obviating the need for retaliation. So, see, even they said here, according to this article, this was infiltrators that they don't even know who the attack was from, that it wasn't even from Israel. So, is the Israeli attack still coming, or what is going on here? That's why in the thumbnail, I put, are we seeing like a theater of war here? Are we seeing all theater? Is this just like kind of played out? And, it's really not what we think it is. It's really not potential war. It's just kind of, maybe there's something behind this. I don't know, but just something I was thinking about. A senior Iranian official told Reuters there were no plans to respond against Israel for the incident. The foreign source of the incident has not been confirmed. We have not received any external attack, and the discussions leans more towards infiltration than attack. So infiltration, so apparently launched from inside their country. Is that what they're stating here? I did hear something about that they believe these drone attacks were coming from inside the country. Jonathan Lord, head of the Middle East Security Program at the Center for New American Security, U.S. think tank, said that seems to indicate that Iran is seeking to step down off the ledge, minimize the impact of the attack, and perhaps walk back down the escalation ladder from here. So that is something definitely that we're seeing is Iran trying to de-escalate. Even if they did come under attack and they're trying to, state that they didn't, they definitely are showing restraint and not willing to escalate, okay? Israel said nothing about the incident, and its ally Washington refused to be drawn. Asked about it repeatedly at a press conference in Italy, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said he would not comment apart from to say that the United States was committed to Israel's security, but not involved in any offensive operations. Israel tried to calibrate between the need to respond and a desire not to enter into a cycle of action and counter-reaction that would just escalate endlessly, said Imodar Rabinovich, a former Israeli ambassador to Washington. So I'll link that down below if you guys want to read the rest of it. I just wanted to give you that important information there. And now I want to go over some expos here with some other things people were sharing. Some of this was from yesterday and some of it is from today, just to kind of give you some more thoughts and insights here about what happened and did anything happen or did nothing happen. We don't really know at this time, but let's take a look at some of this stuff here. This is from War Monitor. Video from near the military base in Isfahan, Iran. Total peace. Okay, this was yesterday, and it looks like it's in the morning. And these attacks, when they happened, it happened right around daybreak. Okay, right when the sun was just starting to come up, is when we saw this happening. And it looks like this person was over here near the military base of Isfahan, which supposedly was claimed to come under attack potentially. And he's over here and there's just basically nothing going on. So let's take a look at this real quick.
سلام، امروز 31 فروردین ساعت 5:45 منطقه زرگنجان اصفهان، این کوه انرژی هسته‌ای ساعت 5:30 صبح صدا انفجار 3 تیر اومد. هیچ خبری نبود، صدا پدافند دفاعی بود، همین پدافند هوایی. این عزیزان که اینجا میبینید صدا ایشون ها بود و اونجا امن هیچ خبری نیست. حداقل توی منطقه که ما هستیم نه جای خورد. سلام.
All right, so as you can see in this video, nothing going on. He's even showing the time right here. It's almost 6 a.m., like 5:45. Yeah, nothing going on, just birds chirping. And it looks like there's some military members over here near that. I don't know if that's like an anti-air gun there. See, and they're just kind of hanging out. Nothing seems to be going on. And this is right around the time, supposedly, when this was happening. Okay, it would have been like early in the morning over there. I think it was late in the afternoon here in the United States, at least Pacific time. It was around 6-7 o'clock in the afternoon when I started getting reports that there was explosions inside of Iran. So again, very strange what we're seeing, that there was reports of attacks, but yet on the ground we're not really seeing that. All I really saw last night was some video footage of flashes in the skies, and that could have been anything. Okay, that didn't have to be necessarily missiles or drones or anything. Like, could have been drones, maybe if they were flashes, but I definitely don't think they were missiles. So next up, this is from Times of Israel Alerts. Russian foreign minister says, we told the Israelis that Iran does not want escalation. So yeah, there's some more proof here that Iran was definitely de-escalating this. Even if they did come under attack, they claimed here they didn't want escalation, although they launched hundreds of missiles and drones at Israel. That doesn't really make sense, but yeah, again, very strange what we saw yesterday. From OZT Defender up next, senior Iranian officials have reportedly told Reuters that there is currently no plan for an immediate retaliatory response to tonight's attack on Iran because it is still unclear who is responsible. Look at that. Unclear who is responsible. They don't even know who did this. That kind of adds up a little bit with the whole fact that they closed down the airports for a short time, but then they opened them back up about an hour or two later, it seemed like. And maybe that's why. Maybe they thought they were coming under attack by Israel, but I think they would have known that. They should have known or had some sort of intelligence if this strike was coming, at least you'd think, or maybe they wouldn't. And I was seeing some reports too saying that Israel was able to carry out this attack without Iran even knowing that it was coming, which to me doesn't completely make sense, but it's possible that Israel could carry out an attack without Iran knowing, I guess, but you would think they'd be on high alert, assuming that there was going to be some sort of Israeli attack coming in the near term. And finally, I want to show you this from Long Live James Connolly. It says 3 of these quadcopter drones were spotted and shot down in Isfahan, Iran. This is a major scandal and a game for the American media. If this is an Israeli response, it is weak to the point of sarcasm, but it is likely that it is part of an Israeli response with similar. So yeah, there was reports that, like literally from Iranian officials saying that quadcopter drones, this is a quadcopter, it's got 4 propellers, that's why it's called quad, if you weren't aware of that. These are like more like civilian style drones, okay? Military does use drones like this too, but you know, these are very tiny drones. They're not very big. They're probably not much bigger than like a football or something like that, depending on the model that you buy. So yeah, I mean, why would they come under attack by quadcopter drones? That's just very strange to me. And again, if Israel came under attack by, you know, missiles the size of a house, why would they respond with quadcopter drones? Just something to think about. Definitely very interesting. Again, what we were seeing. Excuse me, I just wanted to show you that and, you know, get you to start thinking about what we're seeing here. Excuse me. And this is very strange again, okay? Very strange. I was not expecting this. I was expecting Iran to start responding heavily here and saying, hey, you know, we've been under attack. We're gonna launch, you know, thousands of missiles and drones at Israel. But we saw the complete opposite, which kind of matched up with my previous reports that were in a way unconfirmed, that the U.S. was trying to work with Iran to allow some sort of significant attack on their territory and allow it to happen and then de-escalate. And that's exactly what we saw. So let me know what you think down below. Share your thoughts and concerns down in the comment section. That's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.